trying to post on my link. No, I don't know if I got it in time. Let's get games. Good afternoon and night and morning and wherever you are. This is Heroes Lounge and I'm your caster Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go. I'm going to mess that one up quite a bit throughout the cast. And on the right, we've got the OG team, the one that's been around for freaking ever. Yeah, ReGen. Which I saw this tonight and I was like, yep, ReGen. We're going to cast them. It's been a while. I think I enjoy watching, listening to the drafts more than the actual games. Well, whatever floats your boat, Tweety Woof. Thanks for coming by and thanks for supporting the stream. I really do appreciate that. And I'm glad I can bring you some form of entertainment. But speaking of entertainment, we're going to find out what maps we're going to be getting this evening, as we do have things that I left from before. There we go. So the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go are the home team. They banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen. Well, Sky Foundry was banned out by ReGen. Sky Temple was then banned out by Team Rainbow Strike Go. And Battlefield of Eternity was the other map banned by ReGen. Dragonshire was the first map chosen by the blue side, and they're going to be taking us to the beautiful, beautiful revamped map. So let's go ahead and jump back into our draft here, as we do have some explosive... Alt tab, there we go. We got some explosive bans here. Once again, Jaina. High priority in the ban phase this evening, as Jaina is going to be banned out with that Ana. A Nubrak taken out as well. Not a bad idea whatsoever. We've seen him within every range of every division or league or whatever you want to call it. If any sort of play, a Nubrak makes huge, impactful moments. Speaking of, like, I should actually relearn to Nubrak myself because it's winning a ton and I need to get into Plat and not demo into Gold 2 again. Regardless, that's my own play. Let's actually get into the draft here as they take out both the tanks on the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. And ReGen has the first pick as being the away team. We'll see what they opt for first here. Tyrande is up and available. Zeratul is as well. Maiev, these high mobility heroes, often prioritized in the one slot, are up for choice, and we'll see if they go for them. We made it. We finally here. We in draft. Yes, we finally did it. We did it. We're in draft. Whoa, no, how's it going, bud? Thanks for coming by. Dahaka. Very high priority for ReGen here. Not a bad idea. Not so, well, it's actually, I will say this. Dahaka is probably, this is probably the one map where you could actually see him highly prioritized, because there are a lot of great rotational factors that he can get between the top and mid with the speed boost throughout the bush, but that's going to be an instant response with a Rexar for that top lane, and then you're going to be having a Falstead on top of that. Caw. The Birdman. No, but seriously, Falstead, that's a good choice. I really like the global aspect that he can bring to this. Gust is a very good disengage or even aggression tool that you can utilize here. Something like a Phoenix actually could be picked up, because you can get Purification Salvo timed in with the Gust, because there is, I believe, a 30% slow on Gust. So you Gust them into a corner, wipe them with Salvo, wipe the team, take the Dragonite, end the game. We'll see if that's the case, as the ETC and Hanzo will be picked up here. The question I have is actually, is this a stage dive ETC or is this a mosh pit ETC? The other thing I want to note here really quickly is that this team played against me. I don't know if it was actually the full team. I think it was actually just Mongoose, Carve, and Jason last night. I was playing Storm League and I went up against them and I said, good luck, have fun. Carve pulled out the freaking Butcher into us and just... Thanks for the loss. That Butcher got stacked up so easily, and it was just like, there were so many moments where I was just sitting there and I was just like, honestly, I was just like, I don't know what I can do. Like, like, our Lily was like, we randomed on a second support mouth while we already had a Lily, and then, yeah, it was just things. Regardless, Johanna being banned out, as well as the Zeratul, they're taking away that burst, they're taking away that grouping, and the setup with the Blessed Shield. We'll see what they actually opt for a tank, because that pool is getting a little limited. Warlord's Challenge from a Garrosh isn't a bad idea, but that will be Lucio and Gul'dan being picked up on the side of Team... I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head, but I blanked out. No, I had it right. So Team Rainbow Strike Go. Whew. Is this Mosh Pit ETC? In before Holy Cow? Holy Cow. Not going to be happening here, as we have the Ancestral for the Cow. Which leads me to believe this might be a stage dive to respond to the Falstead in a sense, or who knows? I mean, they could try... Well, they don't really need to respond to it because they have the Dahaka already. Hanzo, also already there, and then... I'm sorry, I chugged a bunch of tea. Thrall and Rhaegar. So we've got the boys. Did y'all see the freaking Warcraft thing today? The Warcraft movie thing? Beautiful. It was so good. Thrall looks way different than I expected him to, though. I'm not gonna lie. Granted, like, my WoW lore and all that is very, very sub-minimal and poor. I have like basic Warcraft lore. I need to get one of those books and just sit there and read it. Rip the Holy Cow Dream. Hey, this is the best of 3 though. Incredible. We could be seeing it. What kind of tea? It's gonna be Earl Grey, but Muradin will round out that draft right there. How you doing, Smitty Werbin? He was number 1. Was number 1. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and load in just a second. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all enjoy the games that we have coming up here. I need to make sure I get things ordered. Also, we're gonna go with Gawk, because that's as best as I can do. Thank you for the follow quite a while ago. I appreciate the support, my friend. But we gotta load in. We got a game. Let's find out if they're able to pull it off here. WoW timeline is going to be determined based on how long it would have been for Thrall to grow his hair out that long. That's a good one. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we're going to be having the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go. We're going to be having Sage Nod going to be on the Muradin. Panda Supreme will be on that Lucio. Robert is going to be on the Gul'dan, on the Misha, doing a big old breakdance. God, I love that. It's going to be Kingleberry. And then in the bottom lane on this Falstead, we're going to be having Silver on, well, as I already said, at the Falstead. On the right-hand side, we will have ReGen with Larson going to be on the Thrall, which seems like they've got their hair under control right now. Carve will be on the Dinosaur Dahaka. Jason going to be on that Rhaegar Biting Butts. Mongoose going to power slide on the ETC. And we're going to be having Bashor? Bashor? I think I got that right. It's going to be on the Hanzo. Let's go ahead and check out our level 1 talents, as we do have Thrall going to be playing in the solo lane. Going to have the Misha Bear get the initial stun. Kingleberry going to just back off right away, and this will be just smooth early play. We'll go ahead and check it in bottom lane, as Silver will be down here. And I was wondering about how they would be setting this up. It seems like it's going to be auto attack based Falstead, so you're going to be getting the seasoned marksman stacks. You'll be going for the hammer gains. Maybe we'll see secret weapon. Often a lot of teams opt for boomerang because it helps with wave clear, so you can stack up that level 1 a little bit quicker, and then you can make faster rotations with the team. The way that they're kind of just sitting in bottom leads me to believe that I think this is going to be kind of a static, 1-3-1. We're not going to be getting rotations. We could see, actually, if that's going to be the case, is Silver going to be making this okay, no, I thought they were making a huge safe rotation, but Jason going to have the aggressive scout. Mongoose and Bashor will be here to join in. I'm rooting for ReGen, but I'm kind of digging Team Rainbow Squad. No, Team Rainbow Strike Go. Oh my god, Robert, how are you living? ETC goes down, first blood of the game, going over to the side of, oh my god, Team Rainbow Strike Go. That's gonna be a hard one. But I agree. I really actually do like their draft, not just because they have a Falstead, not just because they have the Misha Bear. Overall on this map, I think that there's a lot of synergies that blend well with what they put together here. And Lucio with that sustained healing, we saw in the last game coming out from Envy on the side of Faimu Row Gaming. Envy had some really aggressive, impactful plays on that Lucio on Battlefield of Eternity, so we might be seeing the same thing coming out on the side of Panda Supreme, which is also a very good name right there. But this is going to be Dragon Knight potential in favor for said unicorns. No. Wait, no, it's not unicorns. I don't know why, but like, my brain goes rainbow, so you have to add in unicorn, but we'll just go Team Rainbow for now, as I can probably remember that one a little bit better. But they have the availability for this Dragon Knight. They're still holding over top lane. We can actually take a peek at that right now, as actually, wait, Thrall's in a bit of a bad spot. They're going to step up and say, maybe if I just proc my Frostwolf Resilience, and actually it's going to be enough for now as they stay alive. They get another tick on the Echo of Elements at level 1. Silver does have to back out, as there was an engagement down here, seemingly taking them down to a extremely low health. They do have that flight up and available, and it looks like you can see on the minimap, they're going to go ahead and just return to the engagement. Gul'dan going to pump out some damage as well. Mongoose really far forward here, looking for just a little bit of heckling, but I think they've effectively forced them off on the side of Team Rainbow. I don't know why Unicorn. No idea. Sorry, I missed a lot of that, but yeah, nerf lane life drain. There we go. It's just I'm all hopped up on caffeine. Today's like, this is the first cup of tea I've had, so, and as someone who drinks no caffeine, I'm apparently more jittery than I thought. We'll go ahead and, we have some retreat pinks coming out for this bottom lane. I'm watching Minimap though right now, and we're going to be seeing Kingleberry get the dive onto Carve, maybe just trying to force out the essence, and they actually do that. Jason was in lane and helping out, so they didn't really need to pop those, more or less. We'll see if, because later on, if they actually get dove on, they won't have that big kind of heal, as it looks like a Bashor will be going ahead and hearthing back. They got put down quite low while the Misha Bear was in mid. It's going to mean that Thrall will be able to go ahead and grab that top, and it stalls us out a little bit further. 4 minutes into the game, roughly. We don't have a Dragonite just yet, but at the pacings that I've seen from a lot of Dragonshire games, I was like, Carve, what are you doing there, buddy? A lot of the pacing that I've seen coming out from these games has been kind of like this, where it's these very long engagements early game until you get to like 13-ish area, where you can get some very long staggered out deaths and then pick up these Dragonites. I was about to say, like, there's no way Sage makes it out of there, but Sage Knot is going to be going down. And that is going to be the bottom lane not captured, actually. They're going to power slide forward, looking for a follow-up kill into Silver, but unfortunately that will be the barrel roll up and available in time, and they'll be able to make that disengage. 7-7 in levels. Robert is just dumping the damage on top of on top of the Dahaka, who is just trying to get the tongue drag onto Gul'dan right there. Checking in on top lane as Larson is going to get focused in on by the Misha Bear and still being forced out. This has got to be a very, very hard place to be, because you want to poke out, you want to stay alive, but you also want to kind of win out this lane a little bit and force them off, and that's just not happening, especially with the kind of 2v1 in a sense that you're constantly being berated by. Listen louder, thank you so much for coming by. Welcome everyone. I apologize for missing out a little bit on chat, but we got a very fast-paced game, and Dragonshire is a very large map, and they're playing every lane. I am loving this. Dahaka still in mid lane. Robert is as well, making sure they're forcing them back. We do still have the questing tone at level 1 for that Lucio, that the party mix, I do believe, and they're going to be looking for those 480 stacks, and they're working their way through it, but not having all 4 members as you typically do within a rotation-based composition on this map, you're going to be a little bit slower on that. Regardless, that larger area of effect that will be picked up is going to be huge for this reverse amp, as well as the healing capabilities for the friendly team. We do have the Misha Bear going down in top lane. Nice power slide from Mongoose, forcing them away from the gate. They're going to try and body block onto Sage Nod, who actually turns around and says, ETC, deuces! Go take a nap, you cow, and Dahaka trying to get this, but Robert. Like, Fell Flame is on such a low cooldown that he's going to be able to poke at this forever, and he's got his own sustain. He can just drain life from the minions. Gonna throw out another Echo Corruption, trying to pick up the few more stacks on that, currently sitting at 19 out of the 40 necessary. Kingleberry, though, is just getting this 2-lane action right here, attacking from the lane as well as just trying to push in on that Thrall with the Misha Bear. 10-10 in levels. We'll see what they pick up here, as we do have the Mosh Pit for that ETC, not going to be going for any sort of stage dive shenanigans. Isolation for that Dahaka, Hanzo with the Dragon Arrow, Ancestral Healing for that Jason healer. Unleash the Boars. It's pretty much your standards across the board. Sundering for Thrall, which at this point, what I love about Thrall is like where he sits currently within his playstyle, where you could pick Earthquake or Sundering. I think they're both completely viable, and it's one of the few, maybe many, I'm not sure, because like there's... Oh, that's a nice mosh pit. Nothing to interrupt. Lucio, I think, went in to get the boop to knock him out, and unfortunately, they weren't able to do so. They get the kill into false set immediately, because that's their main source of damage, and the Gust would have completely disengaged this entire engagement, and that is going to be the Hanzo arrow point blank in the face, just to say goodbye to Muradin as he gets blasted off the map, picking up 2 kills on the side of ReGen. Team Rainbow Strike Go is going somewhere, but it's not where they want to be, as this is going to be bottom lane held over in favor for the members of ReGen. We do have that top lane held over by the Rexar Misha with the Bashor, as well as Carve and Jason clearing out this bottom lane camp. They'll have some added pressure. They're going to be able to maybe rotate 1 or 2 out of the lane. Look at ETC, though, in mid lane. The ETC is ready to go. We already have Falstead flying up onto the point. You can channel the Dragonite faster than you can channel the point. And you can see Thrall trying to do work in top lane. They're all, like, ReGen's just like, the communication across the map is it's all there. They're just not able to do it quick enough is the issue. Let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers, because we've been on stats or on talents for quite some time now. Whew. Also, I need to catch my breath. Power slide from ETC. They don't have Mosh Pit for 50 seconds, so they're fine. Flank from Robert, though. Look at that Horrify pushing them in. Muradin goes down right away. That's going to be Jason with the Ancestral onto themselves. The Gust to push them further into this engagement. But the thing is, there's a lot of minions in this wave already tanking that damage, so they're realistically not going to lose anybody And Murden goes down. That was a complete 180 that they were probably not expecting on the side of ReGen, but they're going to pick up a couple more kills, or excuse me, one more kill, and a little more momentum in their favor as they're going to be approaching those 13s. We do have Silver getting the barrel roll right out of there, and they're going to force them right off this point. The back and forth between these two is... I love this. Like, this is a very, very good back and forth between them because it's good push and pull. Like, we don't have a huge level disparity. It's not like they're getting just, like, bodied after, you know, they're not getting bodied in every single engagement. It's just, it's balanced, and I'm enjoying it. And thank you for joining me. That boop interrupt is hard to land. I agree. I definitely agree because it's you have to play that range, and playing that range is so incredibly difficult. Sage Node is going to be over here. That's going to be ETC with the power slide. They're going to block them from getting through the gate. The reverse amp will be there, but unfortunately it's not enough. The raw mosh pit onto just the Lucio. The Gust doesn't connect onto ECC apparently, but somehow Lucio makes it out with just a couple hundred health. Not even, like 120 I think it dipped down to. And they're gonna pump up the volume and they're gonna keep themselves just fine. Lane's gonna be crashing in bottom lane. We're gonna have Mongoose coming down here, trying to pick up more of those regeneration globes, as I do believe they are gonna be in that Proc Rock ETC at level 1. Go ahead and show some damage numbers. We have 13 talent tiers for both these teams. We'll check those out in just a moment. As Mongoose has reclaimed the point in bottom, we have Thrall battling it out in top lane into Kingleberry. They step forward. Dahaka with the brush stock. This might have been a miscalculation as there's nobody in mid, and Robert's like, yep, hello? Oh, that cleanse, thank you. I was just like, how did ETC like not move? And I apologize for missing that false dead kill as well. Let's go ahead and actually check this out really quickly. Hanzo at 19 out of the 20 stacks with the that level 1 simple geometry. Robert is just at 36 stacks with the Echo Corruption. Hanzo does finish that out right there, as well as ETC sitting at an 18 out of the 20 stacks on the I want to say PogChamp for some reason. I don't know why. My brain's just is just not remembering that that talent right there. But regardless, they're at 18 out of the 20 on. I'm just trying to remember it, but it's not working. Prog Rock, there we go. I don't know why, couldn't think of that one. But they managed to get the Murden kill during this. Falstead went down, excuse me, the Rexar went down at some point in the top lane to, I believe, the Thrall. And now, let's see what we get here. Dragonite actually going to try and get the kick onto Silver. They have the barrel roll right out of there. 21 stacks sitting on said Falstead, needing just about, 19 more. So they're working their way through. That Prog Rock almost finished as well, so that meaty boy becomes a little meatier. The other thing to note too is the Echo Elements that Thrall picked up at level 1, that is also gone or done as well. 16 talent here in favor for ReGen, pushing into this bottom lane, keep getting a ton of value. Thrall still sitting in top. Echoed Corruption now finished by Gul'dan, and you can see that there's going to be a lot of poison damage. We're going to see how that changes Robert, as they will drain a little health from this Dragonite. Going to pop a little bit of that that trait to make sure that they're going to be able to pick up some more mana, and it's a disengage. No one really goes down on the side of ReGen. They picked up quite a bit of experience. They've managed to open up Prog Rock. Prog Rock actually, or excuse me, Pog Rock is what it should be called. Yeah, that cleanse was really good. That cleanse was insanely good. All right, so with their 16 talent here, I'm a little surprised by how they're playing this. They're backing off. They're not going to be. Oh, Larson. Gust is up. Sunduring's out. They get one proc. That's going to be there's the Gust to push them right back. Carve is now going to be joining as well. Larson is just trying to proc as much Frostwolf resilience as possible. They find the Rexar and turn onto Falstead. Larson says, I got to go back, but hey, you know what? Glad Dahaka had that brush stock up and available and was able just to come help me pick off a couple members. If Dahaka wasn't there, that would have definitely been Thrall going down, because it's just, I think the Dahaka threw off the Falstead so bad, and then Hanzo was up there as well, just like, cool, hey, let me just throw some damage into all of you, and then I'm just gonna lead the lane. Like, no big deal, don't need the kill, just wanna upset everyone with my damage. Insanity. Bottom lane does have double Siege Giants pressuring in, as well as periodic catapult pressure. 16 talent tier is not too far off, and it looks like they want to try and press in with all the map pressure with all the camp pressure they currently have on the map. We do have this Bruiser camp still up and available. I think Gul'dan was thinking about grabbing that right before, but they say, you know what? We got to go for the keep. Let's see if we can get it. Now, this is all scouted out. They've been pretty telegraphed with this. Power slide from the ETC. Mosh Pit is up and available. Look at that damage being dumped in. That will be the Horfire coming out. Break It Down was used as well. Dahaka with the Telling Claws. That will also be the Ancestral Healing onto Larson. They start to re-engage onto this. Misha Bear is down. Hanzo with the arrow as well. Gonna lock down a couple. Cleanse comes out onto the ETC a little early there. Mongoose eating so much poison damage from that Gul'dan that will also be the hunter-gatherer for the Rexar being finished out, as Mongoose is able to make it out somehow, some way from the healing from Jason. Tongue Drag onto 1 as they're just chasing out of this, and Panda Supreme has the reverse amp. They're trying to continue this engagement. ETC is so very low, they're just proccing as much as they can to stay alive. Carve in a bit of a bad spot, has those tunneling claws once again, and they're able to make it out as well. So during all of that, oh wait, so it's going to be 2 Misha kills for a Thrall kill, roughly, is, I believe, what happened during there. The other thing to note, though, is Falstead top, Gul'dan bottom. We have this ready to go. Kingleberry or Panda Supreme can jump in this, but Mongoose and Bashor are like, no, this is not going to be an easy pickup for you. Dahaka in top lane already. No one in bottom lane just yet. Bottom is actually also stacked up quite a bit, and they've got another wave coming in. No catapult within this one, but Falstead's looking at this and saying, oh, these are some juicy stacks for my seasoned marksman. We do have that boomerang, as noted before, just to clear out these waves a little bit quicker. Dahaka, not going to get caught out here. They have this fort to retreat to, which is a big factor for the side of ReGen. They can play these lanes a little more aggressive because they've just got these options here, and that will be Rhaegar trying to stall out mid. Larson should have one poke as necessary, but ETC has got this. The big thing here, oh my god, just eating that corruption damage. It's good that Echo Corruption isn't like infinitely stacking or something, you know? Like you get 80 stacks and then it steps another, like it does another step back and forth. That'd just be insanity. But they go ahead and get this flank onto Carve. Tunneling Claws are there. Horrify went out and actually didn't connect. Carve pops the Essence. They're going to just try and dive by their fort. They do have this Dark Swarm, and they're just trying to make their way out of here. And all of that was used, and they make it out just fine. They don't even get the fort. Nothing was really gained here. Well, actually, look at Gul'dan's damage onto the fort right now. Speaking of damage, let's actually cycle through some of the... wrong one. It's through some of these numbers, and oh no, Dahaka getting caught out, and meanwhile, the rest of the team was going ahead and grabbing a camp. We have Thrall just clearing out mid, and that is, or excuse me, bottom, and that is going to be 20 picked up for the side of ReGen, but they managed to lose. Nerf Corruption. I mean, when I play against Gul'dan players, that's what I'm saying in my head, but at the same time, I'm just like, well, then maybe just don't stand in it, Bahamut. Like, that was a really good cleanse coming out from Jason right there as the power slide went through as well. Boars were unleashed, but I don't think it was used to really find a kill. They were more or less just forcing them off this point, not allowing the pressure to build, and they need to pick up 20s themselves, as Dahaka will be down for 23 seconds, and this is buying them some time to just rotate around the map, close this experience gap, because they know that ReGen does not want to fight them without that 20 talent tier. Is that Torbus? I wonder. We'll cycle into that in just a second. I just want to show some of the other numbers really quick, and then we will check out our 20 talents. Falstead on bottom, Thrall on top. No one able to pick up mid just yet. Oof. This is that late game on Dragonshire. I mean, it's any map realistically, but it's just, you get to the point where it's nerve-wracking. It's just sweaty palms. Like the next team fight, multiple kill team fight or multiple death team fight is going to be potentially game ending. I mean, they've got an end condition in top lane per se in favor for the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go, right? Yeah, did I get that? Close enough. But at the same time, ReGen, they've got an ending opportunity in bottom lane as well. That is going to be Torbus. Absolutely incredible. That is going to be a nice little Torbus. Thrall with the blink as well. I'm liking this. Let's go ahead and actually see what they do with the... Oh, no? I was thinking that they were going to be going for more than just that keep, especially with just their slight advantage that they have, but no. They back off. They're going to say, we just want to go ahead, we want to rotate back, and this will be 20 talent tier for the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. See what the engagement looks like now. Is there's only one camp up and available. We do have Demonic Circle from the Gul'dan, so watch them just disappear in the middle of a fight and me just go like, wait, where's Gul'dan? He's not dead. We do have the Tongue Drag. They blow up the Misha Bear right away. I do believe the Boars were unleashed as well, so they might try and chase into this. That's a lot of good corruption damage coming out from the Gul'dan. Should have a chain heal up from Jason, but look at this. They're trying to jump up on the point. They might send like Dahaka right down into mid, and I think they know that's coming, so you can see the mass rotation coming out from the side. Oh, wow. Falstead with the something mount. Epic mount. the Epic Mount is going to speed them up in that flight as well as get them there quicker. Mosh Pit onto 1, and the Tour Bus doesn't get the value as the Horrify comes out. The Break It Down was used as well. Carve taking way too much damage, so is Mongoose. They're power sliding, but they need to power slide the other way, and Sister Healing will be connecting Gus to push them into the corner right now. Kingleberry is so very low. Carve is as well. They don't have another burrow, and that's going to be the first one in this engagement going down. Larson now getting targeted as well. Silver getting so much value, but they get picked off by Mongoose, so a 1-for-2 trade, and now they start to chase this knockback from Mongoose. They're going to get the scatter arrow from Bashor, and they disengage. They disengage for now. Rexar going into top lane. Muradin should be hanging out in mid. This could be the potential. I think this is like second Dragonite of the game. No, third? Like third Dragonite of the game. Oh my god. Whew. The Ross. The Stormbolt just be like, hey, you in here? Sage Note is going to get slowed. Oh my god, the Earthgrass Totem. They walk over the wall, like kind of like feigning that they've got Dwarf Toss, but it might have been, they might have had it and just been like, all right, cool, like let's re-engage in bottom lane onto ReGen. Let's try and take him down here and then grab the Dragonite if we can. Corruption damage once again coming out from Robert. We have that reverse amp coming out from Panda Supreme. Jason in mid. They know this is happening, but here's the thing, bottom lane is going to get stacked out quite a bit. Let's see what happens in, oh wait. Dwarf Toss forward from Murd, and they're trying to find, that's going to be just nothing really connecting just yet, but Carve is going to be joining into the fight of this, and that's going to be a huge amount of damage going out as well. That Echo Corruption getting value right there for Robert, but the shielding coming out from Jason will work out for now. That will also be Break It Down used by the Lucio, and they're just popping these heroics. They're more or less just like, all right, can I use this and be engaged? And it's just like more or less, no, we're not gonna engage after that. Oh no, the tongue drag, the arrow, everything being used. That will be Murden going down. They're going to be trying to find the Misha Bear, but Gust was used right there. No one available for the pickup on the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. ReGen holding them back for now, but they need to rotate someone off, and that's going to be Thrall going to top lane. Rhaegar to bottom. Okay. I think they're going to be trying for this Dragonite. They could end with this. That's the big thing too. ReGen could pick this up and just rush straight through bottom lane and go ahead and start wailing on that core. They know this is coming too, so they instantly rotate back. They're like, wait, no, mid lane. No, don't let anyone pick up the Dragonite in mid lane. Falstead gonna get... Oh, the Mosh Pit it's on a 10-second cooldown. So keep that in mind right now. Larson rotating down. They do have the pickup for the Dragonite available. Boars will be unleashed, hitting just about everyone. They have the stall onto Carve for now. Power slide. They find the Misha. Jason gonna cycle back. I'm waiting to see if anyone tries to pick this up. That's gonna be Echo Corruption once again. So that will be dropped, and so Jason's like, cool. They've got that's down, and so healers in the Dragonite, but you can now see the team is like, it's 20 minutes into the game. This thing is stacked. We've already got catapults on the core, and you can see that the core health is getting chunked right now by these couple catapults. Gul'dan will be clearing that out, but popping quite a few abilities to do so. Dragonite's got a minute, 19 seconds on it. Couldn't Base Nova. Did he pick? Yeah, he did pick up Boss Nova. I actually don't know how to pronounce that properly. Bossa Nova? I don't think that's right. It's probably just Base Nova. Either way, yeah, it's the cooldown reduction. Sundering comes out, not going to be connecting. This core is starting to fall here very, very quickly. Gust will be coming out. That will be the stasis. Pop by the Mosh Pit with the Tour Bus connecting onto few. Horrify comes out, but here's the thing. The Dragonite has been wailing on the core, and that will be game number 1 going over to ReGen. GG. Well played. Woo! What match launch are we in? Okay, cool. All right. Wow. That was a really, really good one. Chevy Nova? That's what I should just start calling it. It's just like, oh, and Lucio got the Chevy Nova upgrade at level 20. Thanks for everyone hanging out. A Power Tour Bus. Power Tour Bus. That's what that one actually should be called. Instead of just Tour Bus. Oh. Okay, cool. Tea is extremely hot because I poured this and then we like got right into this game, so it did not cool off at all. Woo! What a good game though. Val Kramer, thank you so much for coming by. I hope you're having a great night, my friend. Alright, we'll show stats one more time. I'm gonna keep an eye out for let's see, so it's team it's rogue. Cool. Let's bring it on back. Welcome back, everybody. Gotta get that classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference in. Alrighty, cool. We got all that's updated except for the team scores. Let me just go ahead and do that now so you know that ReGen is up 1 game in our best of 3 series. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you haven't followed already, please go ahead and do so. I do a lot of casting on this channel, specifically Heroes of the Storm. If I'm not casting here, I'm usually playing or casting on another channel. I typically my stream schedule is about 5 o'clock PDT, Monday through Thursday. Saturdays are Saturdays are typically when we do our D&D session. It's streamed over on our friend's stream. Jinxie Cat is doing a killer job with that. This weekend is off, so since we don't have D&D, I think I might just try and do like a long Storm League game day or something. I don't know. Saturday's open, so maybe we'll try and do something fun that day. Just try and get a little bit extra streaming in. But yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the games. Thank you all for hanging out. It's a blast for me to do this. I look forward to it. So, okay. We know what we want. We gotta know where we go. Okay. Cool. That is going to be that. Let me update the other little stat that I have, and then, let's get rolling into game 2, please. 'Cause I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see some new action. Okay, cool. Someone on the team was asking me what they should play. Who won the last match? Do you mean between the members of Faimu Rogue Gaming versus Grizzly Esports? Is that the one you mean, Chop Judo? Or do you mean this literal past game? Because that was ReGen on Dragonshire. They won that. Right. They said they're gonna create lobby. It says in game. They go. It should say in lobby, not in game. Honey? We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Whew. Ah. With a little bit of research, I see why there's a Jaina ban. And by a little bit of research, I open up someone's profile. Yeah, no, the scores are all up to date, Chop Judo. Thanks for coming by the way, and also thank you, Wono, for helping out. Appreciate that, bud. There we go, cool. We got a lobby. All the teams are all set, cool. I'm good. I just need to be in a lobby, or in a caster slot, and then we'll get going into game 2. I'm super pumped about this. Thank you all once again for hanging out with me, and Bandit, who... he's just a pooped out puppy. Hey, Supercarve, how you doing, bud? That throw play was really good. I can't believe you lived in top lane. You shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have with that gust. But, no, that was Larson, sorry. You killed it by coming up there and showing up and being the PogChamp. Nice mug, I have one myself and I love it. Mongoose, welcome to the Mug Buddy Club. Tatsuki and I are Mug Buddies, welcome. Abasher, hey, thanks so much for the follow. Great Hanzo play. Is Wono everywhere? Wono is everywhere. He is all-seeing, all-knowing, all-everywhere, all-ready. I should actually tell them that I am ready as well, because I just looked over and saw that we have a full lobby of people. But, let me rephrase. Carve, with the amazing Dahaka play, coming in and saving Larson in that top lane. Very, very good. It's just, mwah. It's great play across the board from both teams. I really, really liked it. It seemed like a nice push and pull of a back and forth for those two. So I had a blast with that one. Give me 1 second really quickly. I just want to close my blinds because I have studio lights and it's just blaring out into my neighbor's yard. So give me 1 second. I just got to close these. And I should have muted the mic because that was probably very loud. Welcome back to Heroes Lounge, everybody. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Team Rainbow Strike Go, and on the right, it is going to be ReGen up 1 in our best of 3 series. Thank you all for joining and watching and cheering. Let's go ahead and jump into our map bans really quickly because we are up 1 game, and you're probably wondering where we're at with that. Tuba Spider Queen was banned out by the home team, Team Rainbow. ReGen banned out Volskaya Foundry. Team Rainbow banned out the Sky Temple, and Battlefield was removed by ReGen as well. Dragonshire was the first map chosen by Team Rainbow, and they lost that. They opted for map pick for game 2, and so they're going to be bringing us to Infernal Shrines, as we already hear the map bans taking, or the hero bans going through, and Mongoose and friends going to be banning out that Jaina, and I was wondering why. I was like, why is there so much Jaina priority here? And like, I get a good Jaina. I absolutely get that. Makes sense. But if you have a Jaina on your team that is level 107, you ban that out. Especially on Infernal Shrines, where you're going to be trying to grab these skeletal defenders. You're going to be fighting quite a bit. The slow value is going to be insanely powerful for you. Also, Game Grinder D, thank you for coming by. I hope you are having a great day. And by the way, we also have some new emotes. You can actually do a little Asmo Pog with some finger guns. I'm just like, I'm so proud of that. Like, it's so good together. But Diablo will be the ban on the side of ReGen. Excuse me, the first pick on the side of ReGen. Not a bad idea at all. You can get a lot of really good engagements. The Shadow Charge offers a lot of openings for your team to catch the enemy team in some of the rotations between mid and bottom. I had to slow down there for a second because I was just like, oh my god, dive composition, let's go. Where's that banana from? Incredible. Oh, is it literally just... Is it just like... It is. That's perfect. That is very perfect. Now I know that there's a banana. That's just too good. Devil's not banned. I'm sorry. Caught myself. Dang. Chesh is ruthless tonight. Kael'thas and Jonah will be banned, or will be picked up here. You got me on this. I'm blaming Incredible. But the Kael'thas and Joanna pickup, I really do like it because it synergizes together. 1 within the rotations and 2 on the shrine. If this isn't an Asmodan pickup at some point, I'm done casting Team Rainbow Strike Go. That's it. You have the Joanna. You have the Kael'thas. You have a rotation heavy based map. Do it. Do it for me. Sylvanas and Dahaka, though, will be grabbed on the side of ReGen. Sylvanas' push power is just stupid powerful here. Dahaka, we saw in Game 1, gets a lot of value. This is still a great map for him. I like that it was shifted in priority, throwing it more towards the middle of the draft and trying to grab the Diablo and Sylvanas very early, making sure, or at least the Diablo for that engagement factor. Tyranda's going to be banned out, which makes sense because you don't want that follow-up damage. Cho'Gall, no, I'm just kidding. It's going to be Malthael being banned out because Malthael on this map is actually really, really powerful. He can get into the backline very easily. He can make double rotations between top and bottom, top and mid easily with On a Pale Horse, and that leaves the friendly team availability to then soak out bottom, grab camps, and push out. Leoric will be grabbed here. They're going to have the Entomb. More reasons to grab Asmodan. What they pick here is... Okay, I like the Decker Cane. And on a... I keep saying rotation heavy map, but this is, like, you're going to be watching them go between mid and bottom constantly. And Decker Cane, I think, is a supremely strong hero for that. If not... I'm actually a little surprised we don't get the Lucio, but maybe they're looking for a synergy with Stay a While and Listen or the Lornado. Anduini! Our Anduin, our smug boy, gonna be making it into our match this evening. He is available. I have not told that to a single team because I'm a potato, but he is up and available. I did confirm it with admins earlier today just to be like, hey, he's good, right? Like, it's not different from... Wait, no, he's banned. Yeah. I just realized, I was like, wait a minute, no, he's banned. Because I was like, no, I confirmed with admins. I was like, no, it's clear for S Division, and then next week for Amateur Series for Heroes Lounge, he's available. Oh, man. I got all excited. No, we don't get it. That makes sense, though. I was like, wait, no. I'm wrong. Something's not right here. Because, like, for Anduin to get last pick like that on release week, like, I played against him last night in Storm League. That dude, Leap of Faith, stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. I read the S Division thing, not the, yeah. I get it. I get it. All right, cool. We're about to get back into this for the Alliance. Oh, shit, never mind. Good. That's really good. All right, we're good. We're back in draft. They're gonna speed through this, so I'm gonna quickly check my mod message. I just need to make sure that I'm not missing any. Oh. Okay, that's good. Good, and awesome. Everything is not on fire, which is what you want to see. So we're gonna burn through these picks really quickly. While they do this, just we can note a little bit of the draft actually. So let's talk about ReGen's draft, because I can actually that one kind of sits in my brain right now, because you have the Diablo, so you're gonna Shadow Charge him with the Diablo. You've got Sylvanas, who's high mobility. You've got Dahaka as well, who's gonna be able to. It's not the same pick order, but it really doesn't matter. You've got the Dahaka, who's gonna be able to then brush stalk in. Has a lot of value with that. We saw it so many times where actually Carve was jumping into these solo lane positions and getting a lot of value for the friendly team and just setting up some really good win conditions in engagements. And then the other thing too is isolation, constantly catching on to the support is just a very good, powerful tool for them. So with that Sylvanas then too is you have the damage numbers. If we get Unfurling Shadows, that's a great, like honestly all of her level 1s work insanely well. Overwhelming Affliction, I believe, is the other one, where it's percentage based into high health pool heroes. That's such a strong tool to be able to whittle them down and then have Diablo then kind of re-engage or continue to poke out or force them away with some peeling abilities here. Looking over on the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go, the Kael'thas Joanna, it's going to be great for grouping and clearing the waves and the rotations. Deck Arcane, as I noted before, will be able to drop potions and really set up the team to have some sustained heal and be able to kind of back off and cycle in and out of the engagements. Leoric overall is just great in that solo lane into another high health pool hero, because he has the ability to then Spectral Leech a lot of their health right out of them. And yep, that's some great old value right there. We got the next two picks coming out here, so they're going to have to change one of them. Hanzo will be one of those picks, and Rhaegar is going to be the support here. So we're actually getting potential row changes. We'll see what happens when we actually load in. But now it's going to be Kael'thas, Joanna, Deckard, Leoric. They're going to need a little extra damage on top of that Kael'thas. Something in the melee range wouldn't be a bad idea. Something to step forward with the Joanna, maybe like a Thrall wouldn't be a bad idea. They could also pick up something like a Genji, Maiev. There's a lot of that where Maiev actually wouldn't be a horrible idea here, because that could pull them right back into a lot of that. Clumping up the enemies with the Umbral Bind is a great way to spread that chain bomb. It's just the big thing is, do they have a Maiev player? Maybe not, or they just want the Thrall for the Earthquake and or Sundering. So overall, I like the Thrall here. I do. I think the Maiev could get some more aggression and value, but if you don't have a Maiev player, then it's not worth it putting someone on something they're uncomfortable on. Like, Samuro's great on a lot of maps, but if you don't have someone who's good at Samuro, like, just don't. Like, All Shell Swiffer, yes. That's very good. I like that one a lot. I wish they got the rights to that. Or Swiffer was just cool and just like, no, like meme with us. Oh boy. Well, we're gonna load into what could potentially be the final map this evening, but hopefully not. Hopefully we get that game 3. Hopefully we get some more action in front of your faces. But we'll see in just a second here as we're gonna be loading into Infernal Shrines. Thank you all once again for joining me. Earthquake for Disengage. I think Team Rainbow Strike Go doesn't want to team fight until late game. That's possible. That's actually really possible. I think the big thing is going to revolve around Kael'thas, realistically, is what kind of damage Silver can put out on this Kael'thas. That's, I think, going to be a lot of the crux of their composition. I mean, Joanna's got a lot of great setup as well, but I think the damage output from Kael'thas will be a huge factor for them. I'm not a fan of Thrall. You already have Joanna and Leoric. You're already trying to get into Hanzo, Sylvanas behind Diablo, Dahaka. Seems like a nice, easy way to get slammed into a wall. You're not wrong on that, Arrow. You're not wrong on that at all, but let's go ahead and find out what happens here. Game number 2. On the left-hand side, we've got Rainbow. Team Rainbow Strike Go. Down a game in our best of 3 series. I would like to give a shout out to my wife. She's not watching, of course. It's just she's sleeping, but I love her. Oh, that's actually adorable. On the left hand side, we've got Team Rainbow Strike Go with Sage Nod going to be on the Joanna. We'll be having Panda Supreme going to be on the Deckard Cain. We're going to be having the Kingleberry on that Leoric. Silver will be on the Hailthos, and then Robert will be on that Thrall in top lane. My brain's just like shutting off apparently. On the right hand side, we've got ReGen. We've got Carve on the Dahaka once again, jumping into our bottom lane, sitting in the bush. Mongoose will be on the Diablo, and while they're cheesing down the tower, we're gonna have Jason on the Sylvanas, Abashor once again on the Hanzo, and Larson on the Rhaegar. A little bit of a role swap right there. Just, I love these teams so much. So much wave clear, just pushed for Buried Alive. Yeah, it's true. Once they get buried alive, that's going to be terrifying. We actually do have the Scroll of Sealing, correct? Scroll of Sealings? Yeah, Scroll of Identify. My apologies. Scroll of Sealing is the actual talent itself. Scroll of Identify is going to be picked up here for the Deckard Cain, so they're going to be trying to reduce that armor and catch quite a few people in that right there. Joanna going to step up a little bit. They back right out. But here's the thing. I'm surprised by what they're currently doing with these rotations. I guess it's going to be Leoric within the said rotations, not the Thrall, which is often what we see, but maybe this Thrall into the Dahaka might be a little stronger, but we're seeing it right now. It doesn't seem like that's the case, as they're just going to be able to force them really close into their gate, and maybe Leoric has to make that rotation because Leoric's self-sustain in the solo lane against a higher health pool hero, much like that Dahaka, I feel like is going to be a win condition for them. The lane clear, or the wave clear is very matchable. Thrall might actually benefit from Echo the Elements a little bit better within the 4-member rotation between mid and bottom, since they'll be able to stack those out a little bit quicker, especially with Hailthos throwing those Flame Strikes out, getting them very low, and so it bounces to quite a few. Either way, I would like to shout out Carzwise too. I don't know Carv or Norswipe, but Kaiser, thank you. How you doing, bud? Mongo's gonna get chased into the front of the gate, but they actually turn around, get a fire stomp. That swing from Leoric could have actually been quite devastating. They go ahead and Hearth right out of there, checking back into the top lane right now. Robert is getting forced into this quite a bit. Carve doing a great job on this Dahaka. So far, no priority onto banning out said Dahaka, and might need to consider if we go to a game 3 here. I guess he's thinking that Dahaka just burrows out of his spooky hand. He doesn't get to heal. You know, that's possible, but like, if you're forcing out his burrow constantly, that's a huge win on Leoric's side. Let's actually do some math here really quick. Burrow is on a 20-second cooldown, and Leoric is going to have Spectral Leech every 10 seconds. So he's gonna be able, like overall, like, that's not gonna be that big of a deal for said Leoric, because he's gonna be able to constantly be able to throw out that Spectral Leech. So maybe it's just playstyle. Maybe it's just that's what they practice. That's what they're prepared for. Maybe Robert just really wants to be in the solo lane this time. Who knows? Robert was actually on the cooldown in the last game, so we're seeing a little bit of some role swaps here. Kingleberry was the Rexar player, so they're going to be in the 4-member rotation. Very bruisery comp coming out from them, but we're going to see if the Kael'thas is going to get the value that they're looking for as they jump onto this first objective here. Nice Scroll of Sealing coming out, and that will connect onto Jason. A lot of damage going out. I don't think that there's Banshees up and available. That will be the Flame Strike. One smack of the mace from Sage is going to confirm the kill onto them, and that will be first blood of the game. Burrow coming out from the Dahaka. They have the lockdown as well. Carve is able to make it out of here just fine, so it's not that big of a deal. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal on paper, but in practice, Arrow is right. True. I don't know. I don't play Leoric. I'm trash with him. So I mean, it's one of those things. Like, yeah. You could see, I mean, if someone's really, really good on a Leoric and they're able to Spectral Leech constantly and just pressure up and then be able to get the Wraithwalk out without dying, that's exactly what you want in that solo lane position. It's just, I don't know. I feel like the Thrall could get more value. We'll see, though. We'll see. Dahaka stepping forward here. We are going to be having the Burrow coming out from Carve. That will be a nice little grouping coming out from Sage. They go ahead and pop the Iron Skin. This is going to be the majority of the Skeletal Defenders in favor for Team Rainbow Strike Go. I'm going to struggle with that all throughout tonight. Jason taking quite a bit of damage. I don't think they're going to go down. That will be the Shield Glare. Nice overpower coming out from Mongoose. We'll be going ahead and slam jamming the Joanna to their death, and this is going to be Kingleberry so very low. No stray damage found onto them to get the kill. We do have one Stormbow going out, but it doesn't connect, and this is going to be them forced back, but here's the thing. Silver on this Kael'thas is going to be able to dump in these Flame Strikes empowered by their Verdant Spheres. our offlaner was a Dahaka one trick for most of last season, and he's confident against Leo. Oh, absolutely. Like, I remember when Yrel came out, and everyone was like, no one can beat Yrel, and I was like, well, if you're me and you're a potato, yeah, you can beat me on Yrel. So it's one of those things too, like, also, like, a really good player doesn't matter what they go up against. Like, you could go up against a Malthael who typically shreds through tanks or any high health pool solo lane situation, and I've seen the opposite thing happen as well. So typically, I always just go by because, like, there's such a wide variety of, like, skill within a lot of these leagues, and we're currently casting within the Division 2. This is a Division 3 match. We had a Division 2 earlier, and, like, I was watching the Division 2 match, and that was not like that speed and the synergies and the communication. That was not what I expected to come out from a Division 2 team at all. And so when I look at this, I'm just like, well, on paper, you know, it looks like this. We'll see what it actually comes down to in skill level, because I'm an Azmodan one trick. Like, you get me stacked up, usually we can win a game. Usually. Unless we go against Masters who are just like, haha, it's an Azmodan, what are you doing? Why would you do this? Carve is actually going to be able to make it out of here just fine, taking a ton of damage, but they will live through all of that. Let's actually cycle through some of our other numbers here, as this is going to be Diablo making their way downtown? No, they're going to make it right out. They're fine. Leoric is going to push up top lane a little bit further. We have Thrall rotating out. We'll check on some of those questing talents when we get closer to that 10 talent tier. And Kingleberry just going to be rotating back, joining the friendly team. Thrall breaks off and says, I'm going to go back into top. I got some good stacking done. Now it's 9-9, but that half-level lead coming out for ReGen is going to be from a lot of those early game kills, as well as the mercenary camps that they picked up. You can actually see right now, the bottom of our screen, how much value they're getting from said mercenaries. Jason is closing that gap right now in the bottom lane. We have Dahaka in top lane, gonna get this tongue drag, but there's no follow-up damage from the friendly team. The burrow will be used. Hold on, did they pick? Yes, they did. I was just like, why is it? So they're actually gonna have... I kept seeing everyone get knocked away every time he burrowed. Sorry, I apologize. Every time he burrowed, he was knocking people away. I was like, why does that keep happening? And I was like, wait, there is a talent where he does burrow and he does knock people away as he gets up. And for now, that's actually working as a really good disengage tool for this Dahaka in any of these situations. There's actually been a couple where it's like, I don't know if he's going to make it out. Oh, no, he makes it out just fine because he burrows, knocks them away, has that stealth, walks a little bit quicker. And I don't know if Carve will be able to live through this one because they don't have a brush up and of it. Or, oh my God. Kingleberry, I feel like, could have gone in there, smacked him, got the kill. Wraith walked out. Now, this is me as a caster who can see everything and knows everything that's happening. But I don't know, I feel like that might have been worth the risk right there just to kind of get that kill, assert some dominance, get some nice value for your friendly team. Let's go ahead and cycle over to our kills as well. And we'll check out our 10s here as we have the Apocalypse coming out from that Dahaka. Oh my God, my brain. From the Diablo, the Isolation from the Dahaka, Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Pretty much the standards across the board. Thrall is holding. Could see Earthquake for the disengage as noted in Twitch chat, or we could see the Sundering as an engagement or splitting tool if they want to maybe try and catch some of these members out of position. We do have that Scroll of Identify at level 1 from the Decker King, going to be sitting at 14 out of the 16 stacks. We do have 23 stacks on the Mana Addict from the Kael'thas, so it's going to be an easy way for them to get that shielding if necessary. Punish was picked up by Joanna at level 7. Not finished out just yet. Excuse me, Subdue, right? Subdue? Yeah. Punish is the actual ability. Thrall did finish out their level 1 Echo the Elements, and they're currently looking at the Frost Wolf Resilience. At level 4, they're gonna stack those up, and it looks like no, they're gonna miss one right there. But let's see, Hanzo also gonna be going into the target practice at 1, only sitting at 2 stacks themselves. So cycling through quite a bit of this. But the big thing to note here is that Mongoose has currently has the 100 souls, so they're ready to get the instant revive. That will be Decker Kane. Nice Lornado. Abasher is able to get out with the Ancestor healing in time. That will be Kael'thas going down. Nice Lornado forcing them into the enemy team, but more or less that's going to be another kill found because Abasher is just like in this backline, just doing as much work as possible. Sage Nod is going to be, or Sage Nod will be going down as well. Banshee's forward, but they actually don't get the blink, or they don't blink onto Kingleberry, and they make the disengage. That's going to be another Punisher. Actually, who did get first Punisher? I'm not remembering at all right now. Like, I completely. Frostwolf Pack, there we go. We do have the mid lane getting pushed in. And this is, bottom lane getting pushed in. Sylvanas will go ahead and use her passive as well. She's going to lock down this tower, get more value with the Punisher. Going to be currently sitting at 97% on their health. ReGen getting so much value here. Let's peek up into the top lane really quickly as Kingleberry is pushing in onto Carve right now. And this is what I was talking about. This is what I'm talking about right there. Like, look at his health. Look at his health. It ain't going good for Dahaka right there, but Punisher will be going over the wall. This is just going to be the Hanzo trying to poke out, but they will be able to take this down. I think, well, actually, no, the Punisher's still very healthy. They could try and push in with this. They just want to make sure that their exit, or at least their escape, is going to have an opening. As Phoenix does come out for some zoning here, they lock down the tower once again, so this Punisher's really not taking any damage. You can see that the health is only really going down from the enemy team. Nice agility over the wall from the Hanzo. And they make the clean disengage. They take out a fort, half the health on the keep, and that's everything that they want. Nice Entomb coming out from Kingleberry, but unfortunately they're on their own, and that will be Leoric going down. Sundering does come out from Thrall to continue the engagement. Cleanse will be onto Jason. They're trying to make their way out of here. That will be the Apocalypse coming out from the Diablo. Lornado to try and force one back. They find the Thrall regardless. Brush shot coming in from the Dahaka. They want to chase into this further. Look at the positioning of Mongoose. Shadow charge onto Panda Supreme. Overpower will be there. They're forcing them back. This is going to be the slows coming out from Kingleberry as well. They also do have the totem coming down from Larson to get the slows onto Panda Supreme, and they get the kill. The Heraldric Cube will be useful, but unfortunately that is going to be the isolation onto Kingleberry. They already had the Wraith Walk going, but unfortunately they were sitting in the entire enemy team. And ReGen, 11 minutes in the game, is just like, yo, we want to go to your core. Maybe not. They're posturing for a second, said, we want to go core. The Sylvanas said, let's back off, and they'll make a clean disengage, but that was a extremely good. Blue team got first Punisher. Thank you so much, Kaiser. I appreciate that. Sylvan Hanzo behind a Diablo is hard fight to win. Desperation engage feels bad, man. ReGen bringing it unstrong. Yes. I can say words. Whew. Alrighty. So they've gathered up right now. 16 talent tier over the 13. Huge experience gain in favor for it, but look at this engagement right now. They're trying to go in on this. They're trying to take this fight with a talent tier down. Ancestral Healing does not connect onto Rhaegar in time. Lornado does go out, and this is going to be Dahaka trying to get the brush stock value, but they're getting pushed by the Lornado. They don't have any sort of tunneling claws. They will pop their essence. That is going to be completely mitigated. It looks like they have the tunneling claws now, or at least they're going to utilize them now, and that's going to be Sage Nod. So very low. Kingleberry actually gets taken out by the Nexus forces. The catapult doing everyone's work for them. Jason chasing forward here. We should have some Banshees in just a second, as they will be there. No blink actually utilized. That will be Hanzo going down, and this is going a little risky. Mongoose is like, I can take this, I can fight this, I can be a Diablo, I can Fire Stomp and win, and Kael'thas dumps out the damage, but the Fire Stomps are too good. Leoric is slowing them, and Mongoose with 30 some health. How are you living right now? And that's going to be Dahaka getting chased. Lornado once again, Carve, doesn't make it out. But Diablo, with their souls, mixed it. Oh my god. Mongoose. He just saw right there. He's just like, that Chain Lightning won't kill me, but I don't want to get interrupted. This is going to be bottom lane pressure getting cleared out by that Joanna. That is actually a huge engagement for the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go, because of the fact that, well, they're closing that experience gap. It is 4 to 13 in kills. Oh, this invade, though, it's risky. They won't get there in time. Can they? Entomb is there. Banshees will get one out. Self-Ancestral onto Larson. Kael'thas getting taken out with that bite butt. That's going to be the Lornado to disengage, but Larson's still chasing Panda Supreme, and they're like, well, I'm just by myself, and I'm getting slowed by this Leoric. Jason, though, looking for a flank position. Look at Carve with the brush stock as well. Tongue Drag connects onto the Joanna. That's going to be Jason putting out the damage as well. Banshees forward. That's going to be the nice scroll of Identify coming out, and Joanna gets slam jammed into the wall. This will be mid lane Punisher picked up, or at least started by the members of ReGen. They've already got a camp in top lane as well, and Jason's like, cool, we got a couple kills. They're not going to be here contesting this. Let's go ahead. I'll swap off to top lane. I'll continue to add pressure. The Shaman camp will get stupid value. Like, on its own, Shaman camp will go to your core. If you, like, uncontested, it will go to your core. Like, I watched a video, I think it was actually J-How made it ages ago, and it was showcasing that if you let a Shaman camp, a Bruiser camp, go through your top lane or bottom lane, for example, on Battlefield of Eternity, it will just shred through your fort and keep in time if you just let it do that. So, 16 talent tiers are here for both. We've got a Frozen Punisher in mid lane. This is currently live patch, which means it is going to also lock down the towers. We can see the pings for the sidewall. They want to take that down so that way they can make the engagement a little bit faster. This is going to be Jason trying not to spread the bomb and just unsure which way that they need to go. Carve is stepping forward as well. They want to just get this gate burned down. They want to step forward with the Punisher that's locking this down because, well, they want Sylvanas' passive to actually pop off here, but that Phoenix is zoning them so far back. They're going to take out the sidewall, and more or less, I think they're going to be able to... Oh, wait, no, Mongoose is stepping forward. I think they want to continue to make this engagement as Carve is going to get the tongue drag on to Kingleberry, who's going to be getting the Wraith Walk forward. They do, I believe, have the 13 and 16 talent tier, the... Oh my god, I always do. I always blank out on this. Always blank out on these. They actually only have one of them. They only have the Ominous Wrath. They're not going to be going, so they only have, that's the Wraith Walk, right? Yes. Because it's the Royal Focus at level 16 that allows you to have the Skeletal Swing cooldown reduction when hitting enemies. So like, you Wraith Walk through a bunch of them, you drop in the middle of their fight, Skeletal Swing, you get your full cooldown back, and then you just Wraith Walk out again, and you don't take as much damage because of your 13 talent tier. Oh. Hold on, they're going to try and take this engagement, and Tomb will be coming out. That's going to be the Sundering. Everything is used right here. Hanzo gets the Ancestral Healing. They make it out just fine. Kingleberry trying to get this value in the backline. Nice. Banshees out from Jason as well. Mongoose very low. This is going to be Diablo finally having their souls ripped, but they're able to come back in 2 seconds right now. They will be insanely weak in comparison, but Carve trying to live within this moment, and it's not going to be happening. Here's the thing, though. Mid lane pressure is going to be able to take down this keep. That will also be 4 catapults in bottom lane, all focusing onto the core. The hearths need to come out. That will be Thrall going back. Sylvanas is going to steal away this camp on the top lane. This is going to be... Actually, no, the minion wave stalls this out, so I don't think they'll get the mid lane keep. And Thrall just doing the smart thing and just taking out the most pressured up item. Said catapults. Woo! Wow. Blue team's core is under attack. Mongoose about to die to Leo, or not. All right, mid lane keep does go down. Mongoose is going to be going down because I think they might have miscalculated how strong they're going to be without those souls. So they're going to be down. Devastating Charge was finished out at some point there as well, so they do have that 13 talent tier finished for them. Let's see what they pick up at level 20. Hellgate for the Diablo, so going to have that single apocalypse, I guess you could call it, popping up for them. We do have this Bruiser camp up in 10 seconds roughly, more or less without their Diablo for the full counter. I think they're going to want to try and play this slower and safe. Larson and Abashor, they're... Okay. I don't know if they were trying to like scout out for someone or what, but more or less I would just say go for your Bruiser camp, get that push yourself, and you can see them. They've got to tend to mid lane, they've got to tend to bottom lane. This is going to be enough time for Diablo to come back, pick up a few souls. Letting the waves crash in against them actually was probably going to be the best way for that Diablo to pick up souls a little bit faster, so they're going to be able to make rotations through the lanes a little bit quicker. But they're trying to take advantage of the time without Diablo, and oh no, Silver. Entomb will slow down the Carve. They have the Burrow. Apocalypse is going to be popped from the Diablo right from core. Silver able to make it out with just like barely any health. It was like 106 at one point. That will be the Ancestral Healing connecting onto Abashor. They're trying to keep this Hanzo alive, and unfortunately, Carve will be going down. The Ancestral Healing is not going to be focused onto them, so they do get their Diablo back, but unfortunately, that is also going to be the Dahaka being traded out, but Larson taking so much damage. They don't have another Ancestral Healing for 83 seconds, and they get out themselves with... This is a game of just... Oh my god. Of just close calls. Close calls and just Monka-esque moments. That's all it is. All it is. Oh. Poor cat of value. Alright, well, with the Dahaka not up and available, and with the... Oh, what? So with Dahaka being able to brush stock up at any point, Kael'thas will go down. But I think just finding them clearing top lane, they're just like, all right, cool. We have a short range engage. We got a stun. Let's get a follow up stun on top of that and just body someone. Now they stagger out of death, and Dahaka is going to be able to brush stock into this at any moment. I think they're okay with just giving over the bottom lane punish. They're like, it doesn't matter. I know it's 18 minutes into the game or 19 minutes when they get it because it scales per minute, but yeah, no, actually, maybe they go for the defense here. I wonder. They leave it at 39. Kingleberry actually could have just grabbed that because no one's around. I don't know if they're going to be able to get 40 quick enough, but now that they're here, they're just like, well, I kind of have to back off. I don't like Herodric Staff here. I think there are times to take it. That's fair. All right, we have Hanzo with the arrow. Apocalypse coming out as well. It's going to be the Entomb with Buried Alive. Going to be putting a couple to sleep, but unfortunately, it's going to be the friendly team. Punisher was grabbed in favor for the members of Team Unicorn straight go, but unfortunately it's just going to be going on its own. We have Catapults currently on core in bottom lane, which have taken it down to 63 and counting percent. The longer they keep them in this engagement, the better. And look at this mid lane. Sylvanas, Jayzon is like, yeah, okay, you guys keep fighting. I'm just going to rush to core. I'm going to end this for us, and it looks like that's going to be exactly the case. Sylvanas is going to be targeted, but I don't think they're going to be able to get the burn onto this. And now Mongoose says, cool, let's all engage. Jayzon will not be going down, actually, and I thought that would be it, but that will be game number 2 over to the side of ReGen. GG, well played. Whew. I wonder if, like, if it was more or less like, hey, we want to protect the Kael'thas kind of thing. Is the reason why they wanted so much melee? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Thrall overall. I mean, I'm not like dogging their play or anything. Like, all these teams played insanely better than I probably ever could, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Let me get a message out to Mongoose. Let's show stats once more, and let me update the team score while I interview. Okay. Alrighty. Well then. Don't need that, don't need that. Those. Whew. Those are some good games. Those are definitely some amazing games. Alright, so it looks like that. There we go. Do I have Mongoose yet? Alright, so I am going to be joined by Mongoose at this time. How you doing? How you feeling? And congratulations.
Not just by me, but Jayzon is crashing the party as well.
Jayzon breaking all the rules. What's up, Jayzon? How you doing? Congratulations as well.
Thank you.
Well, first off, let's talk about game number 1. We had just a Dragonshire map that was kind of all over the place in the sense that it was just constant team fighting across the map. Was that the intention to kind of split them like that, to play around the Dahaka brush talk? Like, can you talk a little bit about the game 1 plan? Because it seemed like both teams, not all over the place in the sense of discombobulation, but just like there was a plan for kind of each lane, it seemed, or each matchup. Can you just talk about how you played out that map? Because it seemed very well controlled, but there were some fights given over a couple times.
Yeah, it was definitely a little all over the place. The initial plan was for the Haka to be the solo laner, but into the Rexar, it's not a great matchup. Thrall's a better matchup.
Yeah.
So once the Rexar was picked, we picked the Thrall for that and decided to run a 1-1-3 instead of the more traditional, 1-4 rotating. And then the Haka can brush talk in to reinforce Thrall if he needed to. So it gives a little more threat to the global when he's in the middle lane. So that was kind of the adjustment mid, and kind of worked out.
It was really, really good. And then transitioning over to, game number 2, you're going to Infernal Shrines. You pick this really fun composition. Like, let me just say that. It was a really, really fun composition. But they pick up this melee heavy, this kind of bruisery composition. Were you worried about their front line, getting past you and getting into your back and this Kael'thas spreading the damage? Or was it like calm, cool, collective, like, oh, it's no big deal. Excuse me. It's no big deal. Like, we got this. We'll just steamroll them.
It was pretty calm, actually. Once the game got going and we kind of felt how it was developing, Carv and I felt we could get onto Kael'thas pretty much when we wanted to. So, if you can trade out their solo damage, even if they get onto our backline, if they lose Kael'thas, they're really not nearly as much of a threat team fight wise. So once we felt comfortable that we could get onto Kael'thas, we felt like we were in a pretty good place.
I mean, that seemed like it was kind of the goal, and I gotta say, Jason, just like right at the end, it was just like, hey, you guys keep fighting, I'm just gonna rush to car. Was that what it was like in comms? Like, can you talk a little bit about your Sylvanas play? Because, like, you got to just kind of jump all around, and realistically, you seemed like you kind of had the game of your life, because they really weren't chasing or bothering you.
Yeah, that's kind of the Ryokai build with that Merc Queen, where you almost want to be the split pusher. But it's just like in competitive play, it's about knowing when that's appropriate and when, you really need to be in the team fight. And yeah, I felt like that I had a good balance of that through that match, where, okay, time to cut the losses. And if I'm quick enough to split off and do stuff on the side, we can get something out of that team fight loss, or, get started a little bit earlier on that push from mid to finish while, everyone else is kind of preventing the backs and still fighting.
I loved it. Like even someone in chat, I think it was Arrow, was just like, yeah, Jason got Sylvanas, that's gonna be rough. And I was like, you know what? I'll reserve my judgment. No, that was some really good Sylvanas play. I gotta say, like, kudos. That was a blast to cast. But no, these games were so much fun. And I'm really glad that I finally got to catch a ReGen game. It has been ages, and this roster has had many cycles. But before I let you go, are there any shoutouts that you guys would like to give? The floor is yours. We can start with Jason, actually.
Yeah, just a shout out to the whole team. You mentioned that there's a lot of different roster swaps, and it's kind of a mishmash of all the different ReGen teams for Heroes Lounge this season. So really cool to see all the different people that are on board, and even switching in and out. We're still having a lot of fun, still having decent success, and it's just a really cool organization to be a part of. So go ReGen.
And Mongoose?
Yeah, I'm gonna echo this. None of the team. Well, actually, I think Retro actually is fielding a team in Heroes Lounge, but Blue and Red were a little bit kind of hemming and hawing on it, so we just kind of collectively put together kind of whoever's available. Let's play, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's actually kind of educational to play with other players who aren't kind of normally on your team, but who have experience with it, because you get kind of different perspective and different ideas on the game. So it's been fun and educational, and happy to have you cast. And I 100% did not stream stack you yesterday.
Oh, I didn't think that you did. I know you guys are good. I just who the hell plays Butcher? God, you guys suck.
I was a little surprised too. I was actually impressed, because most of the butchers you get who are randos are like not really any good, but dude was pretty solid actually.
Wait, I thought Butcher was Carve yesterday, was it not?
No, we had a 3-stack, and then there were 2 randos.
Oh, I thought Carve was the third in your stack, and it was Butcher. But I'm misremembering
no, he was,
then.
But yeah, Carve didn't play him. He was on the Thrall.
Oh, okay. That's I honestly, I hated that Butcher so much, but it was good games. You guys definitely won that out. We our Malfurion randomed. That's what happened.
Yeah, that explains the weird double support. We're like,
yes. Our Lily was like, bruh, and he was like, oh, I random, sorry, and I was just like, God, come on, you were literal last pick. You had all this time. But no. Thank you so much for the games. Thank you so much for the interviews. These were an absolute blast, and I hope I can catch more ReGen within the Heroes Lounge season. But until then, GGs and have a great night.
Hey, thanks for the cast, Baja, man. It's really appreciated.
My pleasure.